It's your girl, Natural Diva. Hi, everyone. I'm back with a video that I have promised maybe half a dozen times. I'm finally able to do my brow tutorial video, and so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to start out with showing you how I usually do my brows. And then I recently discovered the soap method, and I tried it, and it was really unusual. It felt really weird, but I really got into it because my eyebrows are thinned. It ended up being something that was really cool to try and actually looked really pretty. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna show you, like I said, the usual way that I like to do my brows. If I'm quick, need to do them quick and I'm in a hurry, I'm gonna show you what I usually do with my brows and the products that I use. So in order to get started, we're gonna first cleanse the brows, and my face is freshly washed. I have all my serums and everything on, but we wanna make sure there's nothing on the brows before we get started. Okay, so I just cleaned just the eyebrow area. Just used my regular astringent, sea breeze type of astringent, and made sure, give that a little second to dry there, and just made sure that area is cleansed, so there's nothing on the brows. So the first thing that I do, of course, is after cleaning them, I then, of course, brush them, and check and see if I need to trim anywhere to make sure that they're even or anything like that. But one of the things that I use, one of my favorite products, is Brow Wiz from Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and this has your spoolie and your pencil at the other end. And so I'm in the shade dark brown. Actually, I was in the shade dark brown prior to going blonde. Now I have started to lighten my color use a little bit. So I'm due to go buy a new Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil. But one of the very first things that I do when I start is I go ahead and I take the spoolie and I just brush the brows upward. And as you can see from brushing them more upward, you can see why I might feel, if I brush them upward, I need to check and see if anything needs to be trimmed. Because when the hairs are brushed upward, you don't want them to be uneven. And that way, when you get ready to create your outline of what your eyebrows are, you want to make sure that you're following the way your hair is naturally growing and the way it naturally looks. So they're brushed. Another thing that I like to do too is, not just check and see if they need to be trimmed, but sometimes I will go ahead and tweeze accordingly if necessary, if there's areas where hair is growing in and it's going to show. What I like to do, and what I think is the most effective thing for me, is I like to outline my brow with a darker color than what I may use when I go in to fill in. My new absolute favorite product in the whole wide world is the Goofproof brow pencil. This is by It Cosmetics, or Benefit It Cosmetics. Yeah, Benefit It Cosmetics. This too has a spoolie on one end and then your pencil on the other end. Now, this pencil is a very special pencil because it's angled, as you can see here. And so what ends up happening is when you pull it up and you get it right up there to the top, you have here the ability to use a full on amount of the brow pencil to fill in. But if you need a more precision line, then you use it from this angle. So when I start out with my brow, I start using that precision angle and just setting up my basic outline. So as you can see, I've got them outlined. This brow that does not come in as far to the nose as the other brow, I do even that out just a little bit and try to bring that in just a little bit. But this is just my outline of what I'm going to start with. Okay? Now, as you can see also, I did not use a lot of the pencil to create the outline because when you start to fill it in, you don't want a harsh line. We will clean that up with your concealer, if you will. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with a lighter color. This is a CoverGirl pencil, and it's an easy breezy brow fill and define pencil, and this is in the shade Honey Brown. And so this is going to help my hairs not be as dark since I have lightened my hair, and that way I didn't have to lighten my eyebrows. We just use the colored pencil to lighten the color a little bit. So we're going to fill in, and we're going to use short flicking motions to create a hair like there you go. That brow is filled in. Now, what I like to do after that is I like to take my spoolie and I like to just lighten the inside just a little bit so that it looks natural. And the way that I do that is I just kind of go over it in a soft way, brushing the hairs. And natural shape. And this helps blend in that line a little bit too. Okay? So there you have it. That's a little more of a natural look. It's not as a harsh line. It fades in from lighter in here to being darker. Now, just like I mentioned, we're going to clean up. We're going to clean up where we messed up. I love that song. All right, so what we like to do is we like to use our LA Girl Pro Concealer, and you know, I can use the brush that's on the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I usually do. But what I find more effective is I have a flat brush, and you take that flat brush and you really use that to fill in where necessary or to control the line. So what I usually do is I kind of go in here, and I always start at the bottom. I want to create what my base is going to look like at the bottom, because I'm going to put on eyeshadow, and then touch up the top accordingly. Especially if I mess up at the bottom, I can adjust the top so that the shape looks the way I want it to look. So I start here, and I just put concealer in here, and this helps keep your what you have just done, your work from moving. It helps keep it from going anywhere. So now I take my flat brush. This is the Morphe brush, James Charles Morphe brush M410, and I just take that and I flick that downward to blend out that concealer. You keep a straight line. It also allows you to control what your arch looks like, which is a major goal for me. Okay, and then just rub that out. Just kind of dab that finger there to just kind of blend that out. Boom. The bottom is done. Clean, crisp line. Alright, so then we go back into the top. Usually what I'll do here is I'll mix it with whatever foundation I'm going to be wearing for the day, so I don't look like I have a halo brow. But since I'm not doing my whole face, I'm just going to do it with the same color. So then we just go in here, and we just above that line create that shape. And here, we flip. Simple? Yes? Very simple. That is the simple way that I do my eyebrows. And I get compliments all the time, and people don't realize it takes me like 2 minutes to do my eyebrows. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another tool that I like to use, another product that I like to use. We're going to do this other brow with this other product. Now, this product is a little darker than the pencil that I just used, but it's still one of my favorite. It too is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is the Dip Brow Pomade. It is in the color soft brown. I used to be dark brown, but of course, now I like my hair and make it a little lighter. So what I do is I take a pencil with a spoolie and have a little brush on the end, and I take that and I just dab it in here, and I do the same thing I do with the pencil. So in here you can see my eyebrow is very sparse. So we're gonna do some little light flicks upward to create what would look like some hairs there. Okay. Okay, so the challenge you can see here, one, the Dip Brow Pomade is a little bit darker. So if I want a bold brow, I may go with the soft brown instead of the honey brown. But you can definitely see the difference. You can see how this looks more natural with my hair color versus this is just a little more bold and more in your face. The other thing you can see is that clearly I have no hair right here. There's a sparseness there. So I tend to fill it in with the color just a little bit, but then I correct it with my concealer. So I'll show you that. So now you see why I always go to the top first. It's because of the way my brows grow. Start to create an arch because I know there's a little hair there. And we'll take our Morphe brush. Okay, it's a very smooth line at the bottom. Now we'll go into the top. If you'll notice, when I do my brow at the top and I put the concealer at the top, I'm not putting that much at the top. And that is because I want to make sure I don't have a halo effect. as you can see, very different looks. This is a lighter look, matches my hair, looks more natural, especially if I'm going for a more natural look, that's what I'm gonna go with. But this is a bolder look. I'm going out at night, it's a bolder look, it's a bolder brow. And sometimes I will go in there and I will soften the inside of that brow as well. But I don't soften it too much because the hair is already sparse there. So I don't soften it too much. I let it just kind of do its thing. So there you go, that's how I do my brows. Using pencils, dip brow pomade, Anastasia Beverly Hills products, which are my favorite for the brows. And this is pretty much, this is stay proof, waterproof. I usually do have a waterproof clear gel that I will go over it with just to finish it off and keep the hairs in place. But it usually does not move. Once I set it, it's a set it and forget it. So that is it for my tutorial finally on my brows that I have been promising for some time. And I will see you later. I will next time do these. Catch you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.